Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Yeah, sorry I had some real life stuff, you know how it is, I assume. But I'm back and welcome to this special video that I'm sure quite a few of you guys have been waiting for quite a while. Top 10 most emotional levels in Rolling Sky. Emotional could mean a whole sort of things. It could be the circumstance around the level coming out, which definitely is the case with a few levels on this list, or it could just be about the vibe that this level gives off. And I'm sure that there's some levels that you were expecting to see on this list, and there's some others that you might not be expecting. But with that, let's get into our honorable mentions. In 12th place, we have Beach Party Rock. This is definitely one of those levels where the circumstance of the level is kind of what puts it here. Now, it's a chill, relaxing level in itself, but the fact that it uses animated themes quite well, as well as, you know, the circumstance of it being the last co-creation level in Season 1, yeah, those are kind of the main reasons why. And you could kind of just see it, like right here, in a place like this. Look at all the animated themes in the background. And, you know, just the ending of this level is very chill, and it's just, like, an amazing ending for Co-Creation Season 1. Now, we will see another Co-Creation level on this list. Actually, we'll see a few other Co-Creation levels on this list that do it a bit better. But one has a very similar scenario to this level. I'm sure you could guess what that is. But I think that level just does it a lot better than this one does. I don't really need to play it much further. I think we can all get the point here because I kind of want to move on to our top 10. But before we can do that, let's look at 11th place, Romantic Afternoon. That heart in the beginning, look at the arrows. Like, some of you guys might be wondering why this isn't in the top 10. And you know what? It was really close. I was close between putting 10 and 11. It's like swapping them, but this is where I ultimately decided to put it. And, you know, it's honestly just alright in itself. It's an A tier level, pretty solid, but emotional wise, this is one of the best for it. Much better than Passionate Love, its main level, because the soundtrack actually fits here a lot more. And there's even literally a wedding like reference at the end of this soundtrack, so there's a lot more love going on here. Now the theme is like Valentine's Day-esque, in the middle of December and January. But yeah, love theme. You can see hearts all around. Very emotional. Most of the emotion we'll be seeing today is love, but there are a few exceptions to this, like happiness, and honestly nostalgia is probably one of the big ones. But yeah, I mean, all of the obstacles say what they need to here, and the pink theme, even the dual portals, representing like a partner, a romantic partner, or even a friend, you know, which is quite awesome. They kind of reminds me of the romance in Dancing Line, which is also one of my favorite levels in the game. Definitely an S tier level, with all of that stuff going on. And sometimes the routing can be confusing here, but like this level is more about the atmosphere, or this video is more about the atmosphere levels, not the routing. So I'm willing to put that all off. And I just love the key change at the end here, because you have the option of going for the dual portal if you go for the crown, but you don't have to, which is kind of like in real life. Like, you don't have to have a partner, but you could choose to. It's the common route, but you don't have to. And then you end the level with your partner. It's just a great atmosphere, and it tells a phenomenal story. It's just barely not in the top 10. And here's the wedding reference. It's just kind of cheesy and corny, but I love it. Okay, actually starting off our top 10, we have Neon. Now, this might be an interesting one for some people, because this level has nothing to do with love. But, like I said, this might be the most iconic level in the game ever introduced. And this is one of those that's a very nostalgic level to me, so I get very emotional when I play it. Not that it's telling a story or anything else, so compared to the last one, it looks kind of bad. But for me, I don't know, Neon is just such a nostalgic level, especially as a day one player. Probably the most iconic level in the game. You cannot tell me otherwise. If you put it anywhere less than A tier, I will destroy you. I will. No, I'm just kidding. Or am I? It's just crazy how emotional this level can make me. And even though it's very challenging at times, like this part of the soundtrack really does just help add to the emotion, which is awesome. It's honestly, yeah, it's really nice. Yeah, some of you might be questioning why I'm putting this level here. And like I said, it was really close between Romantic Afternoon and this level, but ultimately I decided on this level. However, just note that they could probably be quite interchangeable at times. I just chose this one here instead. I don't have too much to say other than just it's a nostalgic level, and I'm very glad that I could still play it. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. In terms of routing, like I said, it's a hard level. Not that that really matters here. I guess if it was an easier level, it might give me a little bit more of an edge towards it, because I'm probably going to be like angrier towards the harder ones. But even though this is actually a pretty hard level, especially with this crown right here. Oh, I got it. You see, pro guys. That is one of the hardest crowns in the game. So yeah, amazing level, really fun. The first time I got that crown is actually an amazing moment, so yeah. 10th place is very deserving for this level. In 9th place, we have Kaleidoscope. Now, in addition to levels that just make me feel like love or happiness or just cinematicness, there's also levels that are on this list purely for their soundtrack. This level is definitely one of them. It's probably the only one, actually. I don't know, there might be another one. But this one is on here solely for its soundtrack. Literally nothing about the level design itself actually makes me feel emotional. But the soundtrack, oh my god. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. Zoftel makes bangers, and this was not an exception. I'm not even going to mention routing here because I have a lot to say about the soundtrack. The girl voice singing, it works so well. And every part of this, like, level, I see myself sometimes, it's just like iconic line. It's so awesome. It's literally the title of this level's deeper dive, well, on the thumbnail. And it is for a reason, because that's literally the only definitive feature about this level. If this level had a different soundtrack, it would probably be B tier or C tier, maybe. No, probably B tier, realistically. But the soundtrack carries it to almost S tier. Like, I'm pretty sure it's like my third highest level in A tier. So yeah, it's really close. It's a really close to S tier level just because of the soundtrack and how emotional it is. It makes me feel like I'm on an adventure. Like, I gotta make my way back home. Like, I am struggling with personal issues. Like, gotta move on from, like, maybe some grief. It's insane. It's just such a good soundtrack. It works so well. I don't even think it connects to the level at all. But I'm not complaining about it because it's honestly just a really solid soundtrack. So for all of those reasons, it's basically just the soundtrack that pushes this level all the way up to 9th place on this list, and a very high A tier position. Also, I'll just mention this now. Neon is S tier. I guess I'll just mention the tiers of the levels, but yeah, Neon is S tier. In 8th place is another anniversary level. Actually, I don't think there have been any anniversary levels yet, but there will be more. There is at least 4 on this list. And that's going to be another common thing. If you're an anniversary level, you're probably going to be more emotional towards the OG players, myself included. So yeah, that's kind of why it's here. Wow, I just forgot that gem. This level is more nostalgic to me than Trailblaze, so Trailblaze won't be on this list. It was kind of more like a one or the other thing. I prefer playing this level to Trailblaze, so that's why it's here. I also think its soundtrack is just better. It works better, honestly. It's an actual remix of a song. Sure, there's no theme cameos here, which is why it's lower on the list. But still, just like Trailblaze, it has all of the, like, in some way, there's a reference to every single co-creation level. Although, maybe not a few, but in Trailblaze, there's a reference to every co-creation level because there's some, like, routing similarities, for sure. But still, the 2-year anniversary of co-creation levels is nothing to be scoffed at. We have 43 now, as of today. I'm filming this on Friday. And, by the way, I know I was supposed to film this on a Monday, but I was not able to. So, oh well. But yeah, the soundtrack's really solid, and it's actually really loud, unlike Fireworks, which is really quiet. Shouldn't have been in my top 15. And honestly, I saw that this level was getting a weekly match, too, in the next updates. Unfortunately, the basketball was not there, so I can't destroy it. Demon emoji, demon emoji. But that's fine. Routing of this level is honestly really solid. I honestly forget a lot of the gems at this point. Even though I play this level quite a lot, the nostalgic part of this level is, and Trailblaze, are definitely the obstacles, the objects. And the reason this level is here instead of Trailblaze is honestly just because I prefer playing it. Yeah. This level is also in my top 20, by the way. In 7th place, coincidentally, we have the only fan-made level on this list, A Dream of 7 Years. Another anniversary level, not the last that we will see on this list. There's actually one next. But this level is not only the longest level in the game, or shares it with Faded. This level is honestly better than Love E and Storms in Love and Eternal Journey. It's better than all three of them. And this was made not even by the official game. This was made by a whole team of creators. I don't even know how many. There's a lot. If you just look at who made this in the credits of this level, it says team and then a bunch of random letters and numbers because that's just how many people there were. So they did an amazing job. Every single section feels like it's its own thing, which is awesome. It reminds me of its original level so much. I love the Spectre cameos, and even the Microchip cameo here too. Even though I don't like Microchip that much, it's still a really good, solid cameo, especially with the music, because that's like the one iconic part of music in this level, or that level. I don't even hate the mystery boxes either, because, you know, like, it's not the worst idea, and, you know, it's just, sorry about that. They're honestly quite fun, I will say it. And you guys know me, I'm not a mystery box enjoyer, so, yeah. The Labyrinth theme is just crazy, though, and I love it for that. This is one of the hardest levels in the game, so I feel like it has to have a hard Labyrinth section, although you can't just go straight there, which is kind of funny. This is probably the hardest mystery box in the level, other than the 9th one, because of the fast finger swipes there. And the fact that, like, it just feels like a celebration. You know, this level feels like a celebration of 7 years. This should be what the 10th anniversary feels like. And I'm sure if I had filmed this video probably 2 weeks later when the 10th anniversary is coming out, that's a speculation at this point, the 10th anniversary would probably be on it. That's probably what would happen. Granted, I don't know when it's coming out, but there's been a lot of teasers as of recently, so I have to assume the soundtrack is coming out this weekend. Nice. Or next weekend, I mean. But still, looking forward to that. But as of right now, this is not the best anniversary level in terms of emotion, but it does make me feel quite a bit of emotion, and it's kind of ironic how it ended up in 7th place. Also S tier. In 6th place, we have Nirvana, a level that I'm not going to play because I don't have it unlocked and I really don't want to watch an ad for it right now. You guys know what Nirvana looks like. If you don't, you should probably watch my deeper dive first, because that I do play it. But here, I do not. This is the 9th anniversary level, if you are dumb or blind. And it does everything right. Compared to what the previous year did with Lovey and Eternal Journey and all that, this was a huge step up with the decoration, with the themes, with the, like, Phoenix ball thing. Everything just felt so much better, and it made me feel much more nostalgic with all of the decorations that were just pixelated versions of old obstacles. It's perfect, honestly. It's just an awesome level. It's very nostalgic for me, and for that reason it makes me very emotional as well. Not that I'm going to start crying over any of these levels. Maybe one of them, but, like, that's a stretch, honestly. So, yeah. For all of those reasons, this level will get 6th place. Also S tier, by the way. In 5th place, we have the last co-creation level of Season 2, Axel Waltz. I did very much tease this level at the beginning of the video with Beach Party Rock. This level is 10 times better than Beach Party Rock, though, because it's so much more cinematic. and honestly the music just fits more with the ending of an era kind of thing, because we all knew that Comet Bound and Trailblaze was coming after this. Like, we all knew it was going to happen. So we were like, wow, the end of an era but the start of a new one. Not that we thought co-creations were going to go away, because City of Tomorrow just came out. However, it was like, we've made it through Season 2. We've made it through Season 1. We've been going for 2 years. It's crazy. It's crazy. And this is just so cinematic. This level definitely makes me very nostalgic. And on a serious note, it's just so beautiful. I've seen hate towards this level for its routing. I'll admit it's not like the greatest it could be, even though this level is still in my top 20 S tier, just so you guys know. I think we have to admit that for the last level of Co-Creation Level Season 2, this level did a much better job than its main level, and it just did a much better job than Beach Party Rockin' being cinematic. And I felt like the developers really cared about making people know that this, like, hey, this is the last Co-Creation level of Season 2. We've made it 2 years. This is what you guys deserve. Just a very cinematic end of an era. And I keep saying end of an era, because it really was. We're in a new era of co-creation levels. They're more, like, they're way more, like, I don't even know what to call them. There's way more going for them. They have a lot more mechanics, and they just have a lot more, like City of Tomorrow with Robotoy power-ups. These levels didn't have that. This was started by Lab Confidential, and this will be ended with we don't know what. But as of right now, it's ending with Axel Waltz. Very cinematic level to me. Sorry for getting a little deep there, but, you know, that's kind of what this video is supposed to be. So, yeah, top 5, kicking it off with Axel Waltz. Very fair. Staying on the title screen for this, because I don't have access to this level, the only removed level on this list, we have Faded in 4th place. Faded is the second longest level in the game after A Dream of 7 Years, or it could be tied with it. I don't know, there's some debate there. It is a very, very nostalgic level to me. The title of its deeper dive is literally nostalgic. So, yeah, I feel very nostalgic for that level. That's actually how I discovered Alan Walker, because I love a lot of his songs. I don't really listen to them that much anymore, but, like, they're still very nostalgic. And, I mean, Dancing Line also had a huge role in that, too, so I just love to thank this game for it. The level itself is okay, but the song is, once again, probably the main reason that it's there. So, just like Kaleidoscope, they share a lot of similarities. Same kind of deeper dive title that I'd still describe them with. Same reason for being here, except Faded is unfortunately removed from the game. If only they'd bring it back one day. But, you know, 4th place, really good. S tier for sure. In 3rd place, Bronze Medal, we have a level that isn't even close to my top 100. So, this is probably the closest it'll ever get to number 1 in a video for me. And this would be Heartbreak. I think it's very obvious why this level's on this list. The soundtrack plays a huge role, but the obstacles and theming of this level suit it even more. The blue, like, somber theme really fits here. And, like, just the broken hearts all over. It just really fits that, like, vibe, you know? It honestly is just such a emotional level. By no means would I say that it's, like, a good level, like, fun to play. Because this level is actually B tier for me, like, mid-B tier after the tier rework, which I will be making a separate video on soon. Probably, like, a month from now. And it's also just, like, kind of boring because it's a 2-star. But it's very emotional, and it works just really good with that soundtrack and the obstacles. I remember Declan Hugo teasing this, saying that the obstacles were spread out and used quite well, and I agree with him. I think this was a very solid attempt at a co-creation level. If it was a little bit harder, like a 5-star, it probably would have been S tier, in all honesty. But, I mean, it's still a very emotional level, and it's very deserving of being on this list, getting 3rd place and a bronze medal. In 2nd place, we have, actually, this version of a night. Ignite V2. Now, you guys might be wondering why this level is on the list. And this is definitely the level that embodies circumstances around the level being on this list the most. This level came back out of literally nowhere. I woke up the morning of the Pipeline Out of Control update, and I saw that this level was coming back. I found out it was real, and I actually might have started just tearing up. Because this level was removed from the game in probably one of the most unfair ways possible. Out of nowhere, because of Alone 2, this level was removed. I believe it only had a few more weeks anyway, but still, very sad. It's very nice to see this level coming back with a changed soundtrack. And I wish they could do that with all previous EDM levels that are removed from the game. However, I do understand that this may be the only one since people paid for the other versions. However, what they could just do is just keep the old soundtrack for the people that did pay and just make a remixed one for the people that didn't. Simple as that. But anyway, this was a very emotional level for me, considering I'm very nostalgic for it as well. It being a 2017 level, one of the best of that year in my opinion. The original is still better, but it's just a soundtrack change, so it's still as nostalgic as ever. I'm just glad we have this level because Laser was still in the game, and that was really our only way of actually playing this theme again. I mean, I guess we still had Birthday Party, which had a cameo for this theme, but still, this is the real thing, and that for those reasons it's getting second place and a silver medal on this list. This is also S tier, by the way. In first place, though, we have a level I'm pretty sure a lot of people did not expect to be on this list. Time Machine in first place. The soundtrack of this level is so heartfelt, so nostalgic, so you can feel it. You can feel every second of this soundtrack. This is the embodiment of the game. This level represents the community. It represents the history. It represents the hiatus and the comeback. It represents everything that this niche community stands for. This level, in my opinion, is the embodiment of this game. Not only does it have the same features as Nirvana, considering it's its bonus with the obstacles, it also goes back to previous themes like this. Theme cameos are a huge reason to be nostalgic, getting emotional. And the soundtrack, oh my god, the soundtrack with the violins leading up to here. This is the big drop. We just see all of the history that this game has. We go back to 2019, and then we come back here, and then we go back to 2019 again for Morning Dawn. This level is not only one of the most nostalgic, most underrated, most overhated, most amazing top 10 level in the game, it's also, by far, the most emotional for me. And it is very deserving of first place on this list, a gold medal, and the title of the most emotional level in Rolling Sky. But that is going to do it for today, guys. Whew. Yeah, you didn't like Serious Casual, did you? Or did, I mean, I could bring it back. But that's all I have for you guys this video. I have one more special video coming for you guys, and deeper dives will be starting on Monday. They might already be out depending on when this video comes out, depending on how delayed it is. Yeah, that's all I gotta say to you guys. See y'all next time.